Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here, and welcome back to some more Scrap Mechanic Survival. So, not too long ago, I made this really awesome survival truck, and I'm really happy with it, but there's honestly quite a few things that I didn't think about in its design. So in this video, we're gonna be taking it into the shop for some major upgrades. Now, I wanna get some double wishbone suspension on this thing, and I also wanna get some weaponry. I also need a bed. I didn't even put a bed, and I also want to add one of the beacons too, so that way we'll be able to spot it anywhere in the wild. So the first thing we're gonna do is the double wishbone suspension. I'm gonna do an awesome time lapse of the build process of that double wishbone suspension. You'll be able to see what it's like to build it. It's gonna be a huge upgrade when driving this vehicle, and then once that time lapse is done, we'll get into the game and we're gonna add the rest of the upgrades as well. So I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so we have the double wishbone suspension all complete, and I'm really happy that I finally got this done. So let's just drop this on the lift really fast here. It's not too complicated, it's really simple to do once you understand the design of it. But you see we got the central spot here with the bearings going out to the steering for the wheels with that double wishbone suspension. It works extremely well. So one of the things about this double wishbone suspension is that it made this truck a little bit wider. As you can see, the wheels, they do stick out a little bit further now. So I added some side fenders here on the front and the back of the truck. Looks really cool. One thing to note is that the back of the truck here, I don't have the double wishbone suspension. That's because I just have way too much stuff crammed in the back here. As you can see, this is more of a utility vehicle, but having it on the front suspension is absolutely amazing. And you might notice that the FPS right now isn't that good, but there's something really strange about this world. Now, it's extremely counterintuitive. So when I'm driving the truck outside of my base, my frames start to go down. But when I bring my truck into my base, now this is where it gets kind of weird. When I'm on these ramps and in my base, you would think that this is when the game would really not be happy with the physics, but in the end, as you can see, when I park the truck on the base, my frames get even better. Now, I do have a theory as to why that is, and I think it's because I am building this base on two separate chunks, because when I run my farm here, I've noticed, of course, that I have two separate timers for the raids, which means that I think I'm on two separate chunks somewhere on this base. So when I leave my base, I'm actually leaving this chunk that we're in right now, and I exit out like so, and now I'm in the other chunk, which means I've loaded a new chunk, and I'm driving in it, and my base is over there, and it's in that chunk, and it's really strange. But now it's enough about the frames in Scrap Mechanic. It's time to do some upgrades to this truck. Now, I have a chest somewhere up over here. Now, thankfully, I will be able to do these upgrades on the lift for the most part, which means we won't be lagging too much, but I have a whole bunch of awesome stuff here that we're going to be using, so I'm going to grab the chest and we're going to get started. So inside this chest here, we have a spud ammo container with 2 mountable spud guns, so we're going to be adding that onto the truck so we can attack things from the front without always having to try and just run them over. I have a bed here with a piston. I'm gonna try and hide the bed in a very interesting way. And then, of course, we have the beacon here. Now, I think the beacon is going to be the easiest thing to do. I think I already had one in here a while ago, but so I have a passenger seat. I don't think there's anyone around here. Maybe a walk could cruise along with me, but I don't have anybody to join me in that seat. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add a beacon on this side here. Now, I'm realizing I don't want it to be too low, but I don't want to add too many blocks as well. So I'm going to do like 2 stacks like this, and I wonder, is this going to be like a good height? Yeah, see, there we go. So now it's like sticking out all the way. It's not clipping through anything. All right, there we go. And now place this down, and perfect. Now, I don't know if... Okay, well, we got a bearing. I wonder, I guess the bearing could probably be a good indication of a vehicle. Oh, okay, never mind. There is a car here. Now, the car is pretty cool, but I think I'd rather have something a little more vague. So we're going to go with the bearing, and maybe what we're going to do is we're going to go with the blue here. I think in the end, all of my beacons are going to be featuring this blue. All right, there we go. We've got the beacon in place. It's ready to go. I mean, it's just going to stay on all of the time. Now, another thing I want to do is add a bed, but I think this is going to be a moving part, so I'm not going to really be able to do it on the lift, but I also don't want the game to lag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a beam like this. We're just going to add a few blocks here, and we're just going to weld the truck up into the air. Oh, wait, that's right, the tailgate. All right, we're gonna try that again, except this time we're gonna mount it to something that is not on a bearing. Okay, there we go. And weld it somewhere not too high up. And perfect. All right, so here's the plan. I want to add a bed, but there's really not a lot of space. So what I'm thinking is, now I'm going to save... Well, no, okay, maybe I can save this. I'm going to break that. And then break this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to be able to save that. So we're going to put that aside. Hopefully we'll be able to remount this. So I want the bed to be on the bottom of the truck. and it's going to extend with a piston, and it's going to detect you with a sensor, because I did some testing, and with the bed, there is no connection tool. Obviously, you can see we've got a connection point on the seat there, but there's no connection point here on the bed. So I was thinking of using a switch, but that's not going to work. So we're going to try something different now. Let me just get a measurement here. Okay, so there's a perfect amount of space here all the way to that back wall. So we're going to get rid of these blocks. So when the bed is fully stowed away, I want it to be like right here. Now, can we build on the side? Okay, yes, we can build on the side as well, which means I should be able to just weld this onto the bed, and then this whole section right here should extend too. Now, it's starting to get a little dark out, I think. Okay, I've got the lights on, but I'm gonna have to move this around so that I can weld this on the other side. All right, I've got it all welded up, and I just realized something. I want a sensor on the top side of the bed, but I don't want it to be on the bed itself, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to extend it on this side right here. Now, I'm pretty sure this is where we're going to want the piston, so I'm just going to pop a piston down. Okay, I guess it's not going to be centered, so we're just going to put it maybe a little more to the back, and let's see if we can put this on. Okay, that's that way. Okay, there we go. That's the way we want it mounted. And, oh, no, wait, whoops, I need to move it over one more. Okay, there we go. So now we've got it mounted here, and I need a row available on that side. And I'm going to put some blocks on the head of the bed like so. And I guess I should be able to just put some metal right back there. And you know what? I might as well just fill the gap up like so. And now we're going to put the sensor somewhere at the head here of the bed. And I don't think we're going to need any type of logic or anything like that. Okay, hold up. I'm realizing that I need to make room for the sensor so that when the sensor's there, it's not going to see any part of the truck and think we're in it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pop that in. Maybe set it to 4. I don't want to get stuck in this bed or anything. So now we're going to put that to the piston. And I think if we get into this bed, this piston should extend by 8 blocks, so... Alright, I really don't want to get stuck in here. Let's try this out. Oh, there we go. Look at this. It worked. Now, it looks like we're probably, what, like 3 blocks out, a little too far? So obviously when we hop out of the bed, though, you can see the bed will retract like that. Now we're going to go a little bit faster, and we're going to drop it down to 5. Okay, this is looking good. That's looking real good. And so, I think the next thing I'm going to do is just put this little pipe piece back on the bedside. So, and that just goes straight through under the door. So let's see here. Let's grab it with the weld tool. And we're going to try and line it up. Okay, I guess it would go right there. And let's see what that looks like. Ooh. Now, there's one thing I'm going to change cosmetically, and it's this little pipe thing here. So I don't like getting into the bed and having that whole section extend out like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to replace it with a little shorter section like so. And then we're going to do the same here. So what I want, though, is I just want to get rid of that. Oh, wait, that's right. It's still connected there. Okay, we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to replace this. We're going to put a piece of metal here. Okay, I see. I made a mistake. I got to extend this by 1 more length, just like so. And then all I need to do is put this metal back like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just replace this on here like so. And then we just need to put the wood back on the paneling. And I guess we'll grab our paint tool here, make it look all fancy. All right, perfect. Now, what does this look like? Uh-oh. Oh, no. I screwed up. I have made a mistake. Now, something that's really useful with the paint tool is finding your weld points. So let me just kind of paint this up. Okay, so that's all. Oh, wow. Such a simple mistake. That piece of paneling right there is what made it stuck. So I wonder... Okay, let me get into the bed. Okay, there we go. It's going to extend now. So I wonder if I can just kind of sneakishly pop that there. Okay, yeah, I'm still in front of the sensor. Perfect. There we go. So I think if I put that piece of wood just like so, let's paint that up. We're going to paint that gray as well. Uh-oh. This was not planned for. I think, what if I slow it down? No. Uh-oh. What have I done? Okay, that makes sense. It's detecting the rest of the paneling here, so you know what? I think I have a pretty easy solution, and I probably should have just done this from the beginning. We're gonna make this like a really cozy little cubby right there like that. We're gonna unpaint this here, unpaint that. This should work. Ah, perfect. Look at that. Oh man, okay, that's really cool. Now there's one thing else I want to do actually. Where I put this metal down, I'm thinking what I want to do is have a wooden border that goes around the entire perimeter. Just like that. I guess we should probably paint the piston as well. Now let's see it again. Oh man, that is so cool. This is working extremely well. So the idea is, of course, that if I get, you know, knocked out or something and I have to respawn, I will just respawn in this bed right here. The piston will extend and allow me to exit the bed, and then the bed goes right back in again. All right, so at this point, we have the double wishbone suspension. We've got the beacon up in the passenger seat now. It's my best bro beacon. And we have the retractable extend-o-matic bed. So that means we got one more thing, and that is a double barrel mounted spun gun firing mechanism. So I'm thinking what I want to do with that is I'm going to put it in the front. Now, I think this should be relatively simple in terms of positioning. I should be able to just kind of pop them in. Okay, let's see which way they're going here. Okay, there they go. They're going to the front now. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm actually just going to make it flush. That looks a little bit cooler. It's starting to look a little bit like a dragon or something on the front. Now, with those mounted, we need... Okay, I guess I got everything I need right here. We've got the ammo container. Oh, boy. So we've got a lot of containers. We've got chests. We've got resource collectors, motors, and now I'm supposed to fit this into the vehicle. And this thing is not small. So a part of me is thinking I only have room for this somewhere in the back here. I was trying to find a spot to put it around the engines or near the spud guns themselves, but unfortunately that is not the case. But I think I'll be all right with stacking these. All right, there we go. So I've got them stacked up, and now I can put the ammo container just like that. Wow, that is the perfect fit. A little unintentional, but I'm really happy that worked out. So we're gonna put the ammo container over here with the connection tool. We're gonna grab the other one and connect it here as well. So I think we've got some spuds. All right, perfect. We got a few stacks. I don't think we necessarily need a whole bunch of them for testing this weaponry, but we're gonna stick them right here into the ammo container. I guess I got my own personal ammunition as well, so we'll grab one more. Now I have 5 logic gates and a switch, so I'm thinking this should be enough for the spud gun shooting mechanism. Now I'm wondering, where do I want to put this? And you know what? I think I'm okay with putting it somewhere along the center like this, because all of the suspension is mounted on this one side, which means I have room to open this all up just like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them facing down just like so. And I have one more logic gate. Now this logic gate is going to be the one that I use to display whether or not the firing mechanism is on. So we're going to stick that one right here with a switch right next to it. So I actually went and crafted myself a timer as well. I figured, you know what, this is going to make it a little bit easier because all we need to do is kind of like do something like that. There we go. Now we've got a blinky thing, and so what we're gonna do is extend these out to the sides. Now, as you can see, they are just going to automatically continue firing on their own. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that switch, or even the logic gate that was up there, we're gonna connect it to both of those side ones just like so. And then these are the ones that we're going to connect to the spud gun. So we're gonna pop one there. We're gonna pop another one just like that. And so now, everything should be loaded up and ready to go to fire those spud guns. And since this is not on the lift, I don't think we're gonna have any problems launching these. But actually, you know what? Okay, we can't see very well, so let's get rid of our little section. So I guess we should just do a quick little test here. Now, let's maybe just go and find a Farmbot. Well, hold on. Let me just see if we can actually shoot this. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Now, I do want to see... those were kind of shooting at the same time. But I want them to alternate a little bit more. And I think what's happening is the... Okay, wait, no, they're not alternating right now. Okay, there we go. I've got it fixed now. So now they're going to be alternating, which is just going to give us a little bit more of like a steady stream of spud launching. So hopefully that's going to be enough to fix it here. Now, I'm just going to drive away from the base as well. Okay, there we go. We have a little bit more frames here. Now, okay, here is our first Haybot victim. Now, let me test one more time. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. That is such a steady stream of spuds. Now, I don't know if this is going to work or not. I don't know how close I'm supposed to be, so let's just start shooting. Oh. Wow. Okay. That might just be the perfect height. And look at this. We just drive over the resources, collect them. Oh, man. This is so good. I don't even have to get out of my vehicle anymore. Now... I think it would be a good idea maybe at some point to add some spuds on the back as well, because I find there's a lot of situations where they're chasing after you. Now, hold up. Okay, we got to walk in distress. Open fire. Oh. Okay, this is not good. The side angle is not good. Let's try and back it up here. Okay, this is a massive waste of ammo. Unless you're not missing. And clearly I'm missing. There we go. Okay. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm wasting so many spuds, but I think that's the trade-off, right? You waste a little more spuds, but you don't even have to get out of the vehicle. You just keep cruising along. Oh my god, look at all of these resources. Wow. Okay, hold up. This is an amazing jump, isn't it? There's got to be a jump. Oh, look at that. So smooth. Landing was impeccable. But this road here is just a really good way to, like, show you the suspension in action. Because look at this little jumpy thing here. You pop right over it, and, like, look at that. I hardly even felt that. I can do really sharp turns. Like, that was an awesome, like, almost 180 as well. So if you can, you know, afford the bearings and all the pipes and all that to make double wishbone suspension, I think I would strongly suggest it. Okay, we got some enemies trying to attack. We're gonna take care of them. Here we go. Oh no! The greenie! Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess, you know what? I'm just gonna avoid greenies entirely. Well, looks like it's dark out now, guys, so that's gonna be it for me. Now, if you guys did enjoy the video, then be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to tune into some more Scrap Mechanics Survival, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, maybe even turn on some notifications so you get the latest and the craziest coming from me in Scrap Mechanics. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next one. So, bye for now.